What's Papino? Just bear with me. Just please bear with me, party people. I have to get because I've been so busy, but I'm gonna make some changes on that admin situation because we're here for this is a disclaimer. We're here for communication and to create dialogue. We're not here to play goofy games. The double G's. We're not here to play no games. If you get zapped by accident, I will be on the computer tomorrow and I'll be fixing anybody who's gotten hit in or timed out. The messed up part about this, right, is that I made a lot of people admins out of disrespect. Like, yo, let's go. Now, I can't tell people what to do, but we're grown here, and we're talking real dialogue here. You understand what I'm saying? Don't come here playing. Just don't come here playing, man. If you see my comments in my last 2-3 videos, the Crips are communicating with each other in New York, and they're not even disrespecting each other. They're building dialogue with each other. Different generation Crips. Shout out to JB. Shout out to Kinko. Shout out to Blanco, Money Blanco. Shout, you know what I'm saying? Check out the comments. These brothers are creating a great dialogue because I like to go live. Like I told the homie J Money Bags, I like to go live. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make this video soon, but I like to go live. Definitely thank all y'all that support those videos. I've been so busy I haven't got behind a computer. I didn't bring my laptop from New York when I came to St. Louis. So I have to get behind a computer. So tomorrow I have off all day. I'm going to get behind a computer. Just make the adjustments. Now, if you're not an admin no more, don't be mad. We all in the same game. You know what I'm saying? It's just that we don't have time for goofy games. And I know you don't have time for the goofy games. You know what I'm saying? For anybody that was hitting, check. Y'all could jump in the chat. See, you know what I'm saying? I J.E. Moneybags was taking screenshots. He sent me the screenshots. I was able to fix it. Let's get to the story, party people. Let's go. My knowledge. Okay. My knowledge of Crips in New York is, I'll say. Damn, I gotta take it back to I remember like the late 80s. I remember when my cousin brought me to 115th Street. No, late 80s, early 90s. My cousin, baby mother, lived on, I think 117th or 118th and 5th Avenue. So salute. Top of the morning, and she brought me over there. He brought me over there, and he was like, yo, there's Crips on this block. This had to have been like 9-1. Yeah, this was 9-1. As early as 9-1. We like, yo, there's Crips on this block. Word? Now, don't get it twisted. I was hearing about Crips stories from, you know, you may not like when you hear the Biggie Small story about Big Dave and Von Zip and how he's messing with the Crips in California and the water and all that. We was hearing those stories since the late 80s before, you know, Big Dave caught the Fed case. You don't know who King Dave was. He's from Taft. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Sugar Hill Ant, no doubt. Sugar Hill Ant, facts. You know what I'm saying? I remember, I remember when my cousin brought me there 9-1 because his baby mom lived on that block. Like, yeah, there's Crips on this block. You know what I'm saying? Yup, hit it right on the nose. You know what I'm saying? It's right there by 5th and Lennox. You know what I'm saying? I remember, your Sugar Hill Ant, salute. I remember far back then. You know what I'm saying? Was there influential Crips in New York already? Yeah, but they was in Buffalo that I knew about because a good friend of mine named Bob Brown, which he knows Rudy. Rudy, what was? Yep, exactly. Everything you're saying is facts. They got wrapped up in that 9/7, the 9/7 indictment, and actually some homies got caught up in that case on a block. Now my man Bob put me onto some Crip thing because he got locked. He was locked up. Y'all probably know Bob Brown, some of you older cats. He had a brother. That's the one with Booney and them, Booney and Tim and them. And he used to go out of town with them. His name is Patrick. Rest in peace, Patrick. He got killed in North Carolina, but he was running with Booney and all of them from the West Side Bronx. And Bob had a situation on Madison Avenue. He caught a case with 2 G's. You know, 2 guns. And Bob went up top. So when Bob came home, he was telling me about a guy named Sly Green from Buffalo that had a situation called the LA Boys. These guys was official Crips he was telling me about. So we were having this conversation in my man Ricky's and Tav kitchen. He was talking about, I got cool the guy from Buffalo because Bob was a jail cat. He stood in and out of jail for a large part of his life. So we used to love hearing the jail story. Like, I was in Attica, and I guess he met. So the first time I heard about Crips in the conversation was through Bob. Little Bobby, definitely. Sugar Hill Aunt, we on the same page. I might be off a little bit. If I am, hit them comments, get crazy. But Bob, Little Bob, that's my man. His name is Bobby Brown. Official dude, you know what I'm saying? So there was already a Crip influence in New York State. There's on two different sides of the state. Now the part that's crazy is that I remember there was a time when we said 5 popping, 6 dropping, Crip killer to my casket when we wasn't even banging against Crips. You know what I'm saying? So was some of the funders going at it with Crips, but might have been in the streets before they caught their cases, just in general? Because I remember, let's say 5 popping, 6 dropping, Crip killer to my casket, and we were still going at it within the year 1,000 Kings. You know what I'm saying? That's when you wrote, when you sent the kite, you put 3 teardrops, rest in peace, OG Ty. That's when the #1 plate back then was Tom Cross. This is the generation I'm talking about. When you have to put 3 teardrops in the letter, rest in peace, OG Ty. So we wasn't even beefing with Crips back then. Yeah, and the kites, bro. And we wasn't even banging on Crips. But then, when I finally got to meet some Crips, they was claiming the 6. You know what I'm saying? Because they was in Brooklyn. Brooklyn. The first Crips I really bumped into was like some Brooklyn Crips. It came to 6 Point Star, which was, I don't get caught up in history. Like, we don't get caught up in our history. You know what I'm saying? Salute, Dad Williams. Salute. We don't get caught up. I don't get caught up in history. But they was claiming the 6. So, was there already issues with this 6 Point Star Crip Nation? Because you gotta think about it. The first time we heard about the 6, we were still banging against Kings. Like, we wasn't even going, like, the Crips was not, some of us never went through the BNC thing because of our geographical areas. But then in some areas, like probably in the Bronx, like by Crescent or, by Davidson, they might have had Crips over there already. Like, just like that part of Harlem. You know what I'm saying? They had Crips. Maybe in Brooklyn they had, but all this is in the street. One thing we can say about the West Indians, just how we always say the mob and the Italians give them all the credit for this gang culture and some of the Jewish organizations. The West Indians always been gang. The Rastafarians always been gang. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this, the one thing the Springlers, Shower Posse, Rugby Boys, and other little small posses had, a lot of them was Rastafarians. They all had that culture in them. You know what I'm saying? Think about it, even from the early New York City drug bust, right? You know what I'm saying? I can speak, you know what I'm saying? Now, we thinking about 1993, right? We done 1993. I'm going into the Jerry Kill posse. It was Dominicans and Jamaicans. You know what I'm saying? It's just that we didn't, I knew with the Brooklyn stuff a lot because my family lived in, Linden. My peoples lived in the East. A lot of dudes had beef with a lot of Jamaicans because they used to try to rob them. And wherever the kid, the Jamaicans had a lot of territory in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Definitely the West Indians had a lot of territory in the game, in the 5 boroughs. And that's just like in uptown, the Sugar Hill section, Edgecombe. Them side blocks on Edgecombe. There was mad Jamaicans over there. 145th, 146th, the Sugar Hill section. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to my man Unique. You know what I'm saying? If you notice, when you hear Unique speak, he got that West Indian culture in him, right? There's a lot of West Indians that was in New York, bro. D100 was popping. Yo, you know what I'm saying? We having a great dialogue. If anything happens crazy today, don't worry. Tomorrow, I'm going to get behind the computer and fix everything. I don't know who the weird admin is, but I'm going to keep the admins that I know. You know what I'm saying? Top of the morning. But one thing about the Crips is they always got the nods on us. They always said the Crips got the money. You know what I'm saying? That's just how the history story went. The Crips got the money. Yo, Maine Valentine was popping. Randy Nichols TV was popping. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Y'all, because a lot of us live in those territories, like my man Swag used to say. Swag was from Fort Greene. Y'all probably know him, Belly MMB. But he has family. He grew up in not Brookline, the other project, Seaville or Bayville, Bayview, or whatever that is. They used to bang against the private houses with those Crips. You know what I'm saying? Actually, he called it a Crip case, a blood and Crip case. You know what I'm saying? Him and his homie. You know what I'm saying? But this is a younger generation. So was there, while the Bloods busy calling each other food and beef, and Crips grew silently and got to the money and popped out super heavy. Because one thing about the game is people are gonna follow the money. You know what I'm saying? They got money, bro. Even when you speak about the Crips in the beginning, when you speak of Big Dave, right? When you speak of Big King Dave, when you speak of King Dave, that's what the man with the water, that's Fritz Man, right? Remember Fritz Man? Remember Big Dave used to be at the discount store on Taft? That's when Freckles was there. My grandmother lived in Taft. You know what I'm saying? This is when Madison on 115th was lit. Right by the rental office. I'm giving you a description. You ever been in Taft, Madison? There's a rental office. There's some stores right there. And the supermarkets used to be called Freckles. There's still a supermarket there, but it wasn't a Freckles. Old Lodge was on that same block. Big Dave used to be in the store. That's the first time I used to see Bernie High and all of them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you speak of Crips, you go, yo, the Crips, Vaughn Tiffin was in tune with the Crips. When you speak of Big Dave and that water, you talking about that water, that juice? Nah, he got linked up with the Crips in L.A. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So when we speak of the Crips, so it makes sense. Like, you know, we got dirty Crips, like we got dirty Bloods everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Probably more than others. But when you speak of Crips, and I think that's how they was able to really get their money up, is that it's always around the money. See, them Jamaicans was always in the game. West Indians, Haitians, they always had. I remember when I got locked up at 9-2, remember they was doing the car thing. That was a big thing in Flatbush. It wasn't even the money part. They was chopping cars up, selling BMWs, them tag cars back then. That's when they started doing the car units, because you buy a BMW, dudes will have a chopper car, you know what I'm saying? Go right to Flatbush, go get a chopped up car. Like, the foreigners always got money. Definitely shout out to the Trinity. Though half of my family's from the Bahamas, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I think, I just seen some dialogue between different generations of Crips, and they're not disrespecting each other. You know what I'm saying? They may have disagreed on a couple of situations, matters, but they're okay. Yeah, much love. Boom, boom. Yeah, you right. Boom, boom. It's sort of breaking down. Hell yeah. Yep, definitely the bro. Yep, exactly, bro. We speaking about it. Like I said, if anything happens funny in this chat, we are gonna fix that. You know what I'm saying? Now the reason why I put now in the picture is 2 Brooklyn nights. The thumbnails. Me, my Miami Moon, good dude from Patchen, Bed-Stuy in the building, and my man Illa G, Flatbush, Williamsburg, Bed-Stuy. You know what I'm saying? My man G. You know what I'm saying? You know, you know, you know them, you know. Salute to both of them. I was up north for both of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Good dudes. You know what I'm saying? Double shout out to my man G. You gotta pick one fast. All the chop shops in the Bronx, bro. I remember that because when I got locked up in 9-5 up top, they locked up a little Jamaican I was cool with. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And he was in jail for the cars, for those tag cars. I'm like, what? That was a hustle, bro. That was a money hustle. Those tag cars, bro. So the West, so you think about it, from even when you get a construction job, them Jamaicans be in the mix, Caribbeans be in the mix. They be in the mix. So you think about it, if you're gonna pick a gang in the street, a lot of dudes are gonna pick, you know, where the money at. What happened with the Damus, I believe, is that the Damus became a trending thing because of hip hop. Because we assumed that DMX was Damu. We listened to the songs that Rest in Peace Ain't Live made. You remember? Some dudes is Blood, some dudes is Crip, some dudes is Thug, some dudes is Boom. You know, Noriega, Capone Noriega. They was bringing out the jail element to you know what I'm saying? They was bringing out what was going on in jail. You know what I'm saying? Dipset, exactly. So it became a trending thing to be homie. It became a cool thing, it became a trending Damu. You know what I'm saying? It really wasn't about money. It was about, they go the homies right there because we was known for the violence. So people pay attention to the violence. Like I said, why would the funders put together 5 popping, 6 dropping, Crip killing to my casket, right? If we wasn't banging on Crips. Because the only thing that was on the plate that said that was food was Tom Course, but you had to slash your C's when you talk. So so basically, we're creating a beef with these Crips. You know what I'm saying? Free Nuke, you know what I'm saying? We're creating a beef with these Crips. So they had to be in a situation with the older funders. Remember, 031 in New York was created in the adults. It wasn't created in the adolescents. It grew in the adolescents, but it was created between grown men. That was into a different type of game. The streets was different back then. A lot of dudes went to jail for, you know, situations with the West Indians. Look at Mojo. I don't know if he was homie, but he went to jail over a situation with the Jamaicans. A lot of them, because they was stick-up kids, you know what I'm saying? A lot of homies were stick-up kids. Exactly, bro. And that's what happened. The game got tormented, man, because they don't know how to talk to each other. I just watched some of my comments where you had 2 generations of Crips having a dialogue that was so great, a dialogue that was so precious. Stepping shout to my man Old Harlem. You checking, man. If they zap you, I'm gonna fix everything tomorrow, man. You know what I'm saying? Stepping shout to Ty, Carver Mob, 300, Carver Mob. Rest in peace, Poodle, Bugs, Raheem, Wash Mob. You know what I'm saying? Aunt White. Stepping shout to everybody on Lex. You know what I'm saying? My project. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. What you just said right there is a fact, bro. The game didn't change, man. And this isn't. Yeah, they've been doing that. So I have to fix everything tomorrow when I get behind the computer. Because when I came to St. Louis a year ago, I never bought my laptop. So I'm going live actually on my phone because I'm monetized. But I'm gonna sit down at the laptop, I'm gonna fix everything. There's gonna be some people still in the blue, but there's gonna be a lot of people that's not gonna have the blue no more. And it's nothing personal. It's just that we're having this is a real dialogue over here. You know what I'm saying? Because we're trying to save lives within history. I might be wrong with something about something. Leave it in the comments. My comments been crazy, and it's a lot of history coming out. But one thing I'm gonna say about them Crips, the ones that I'm seeing, they're not going back and forth with each other, bro. They're not going back and forth with each other, bro. And that's the part that's disturbing. They're not going, yo, you fake, or what you saying is fake. You fake, nah. Okay, I remember that. Because remember, you got 2 different generations. You got 2 different sides of the boroughs. Cosmo Bay was popping. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't think so no time soon, unless, I don't even think the Max want to go back. You know what I'm saying? Got me salute. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give the Crips that much credit, man. That when you speak of Crips, right? Think about this. Somebody asked me a comment yesterday. Somebody asked me a comment yesterday. Free Ziggy Zah. You go do homies, put everything to the side for like over the bag, like do they push the beefs to the side for the bag? Queens is in the building. Queens in the building. South side, north side. Definitely shout out to everything on Fox. You know what I'm saying? Sufton Boulevard. Everything on Sufton. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it happens. I was in the dorm where a Crip pulled up. He used to get busy. He was getting busy, and he got the bag. And some veteran homies that did 15 years in the up north, and they in the dorm with him, and because he was getting the bag, they wanted to protect him. They claim I manipulated the situation, but I really didn't do it. I just got caught in the conversation, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, free P Gutter, you know what I'm saying? These dudes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dudes be doing that all day. Happened to another two homies where a Crip was getting the bag and dudes would protect the Crip before they protect their homie. Like, yo, that's my man, he getting the bag, you better not touch him. Like, dudes would put everything on the line for that, not the dope bag, the bag, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because trees is just like the bag. You know, them sticks is like $5, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, like you know what I mean? We talking about facts, we talking about history. If I'm wrong, definitely shout out to those, the Crips, the Harlem Crips, Harlem 30, the Santana Block. Now I met some Santana Block Crips before. They was I met the Santana Block Crips with my homegirl Tahita, because her peoples was Santana Block, and it's funny because I think he was from Innerville and all that, you know what I'm saying? But he used to come to Albany, you know what I'm saying, with her, you know what I'm saying? He said about, you know what I'm saying, no, he was somewhere where Mac used to be at, you know what I'm saying? And she was putting me on, you know what I'm saying? Yep, Tia Tanner's in the BX, exactly, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Cause that's where the guy son was from. He used to be on Lock and Orange with us towards the end of the 2000s. That's before Fife caught his case. And he was actually it was too low. So he used to be with my homegirl Tahita, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That Newburgh got crazy. I remember I went to a party in Newburgh, right? And it was the Locks performing. I was with the Locks because my man's a DJ for them. He was a show DJ. And DJ iRock. And I pulled up to the show with my cousin, and it was crazy. We went to some club in New Rock City. It was a riot, and the dude started screaming out the boroughs, the areas like New Rock City and Rockland County and Newburgh and boom, boom, boom. And he just started throwing chairs and popping and cutting. I said, oh, that was my first experience in Newburgh. I said, yo, but then I started to hear I was up north. Newburgh was Gun City. Wow, you know what I'm saying? Just reading the newspaper, like, wow, Newburgh is crazy. It got crazy out there. That exit 17 turned up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've been seeing the pictures of Pipe, man. Definitely salute the Pipe, man. Yeah, Spring Valley and all that. Yeah, it was crazy out there. I remember I went to the joint. The club he went to was a strip mall with a police station right there. We talking about when the Locks was Bad Boy, when the Locks was singing Jiggy with it and all that. You talking about that era of Bad Boys. It was crazy. They was throwing chairs and everything. I was like, yo! You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to Newburgh, man. You know what I'm saying? I remember that because they said that had a major juice water problem out there. A lot of dudes are smoking that wet. You know what I'm saying? You know that wet is a bad thing, man. That wet got have dudes bugging out, man. That water had dudes losing their mind. So, yeah, Pipe, yeah. I be seeing them on IG, man. Definitely shout out to Mustache Clothing Line, man. Yeah, Poughkeepsie too, you know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to Spring Valley, man. Shout out to Cuzzo Pipe, the whole Mustache, my man Leak, Cool, J. Cool and all of them, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to my man Nut Gambino, you know, Lock and Orange, man. We here. Yeah, I know. Yeah, definitely. That water, that leak was crazy. Exactly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Yeah, yeah. You know that the game didn't change, but definitely shout out to my man Chopper, man. You know, when I was in New York, me and Chopper, you know, that's my guy, man. Definitely salute the Chopper, man. Whoa. Because now things begin to make sense when we speak of this. Like, cause think about this. OG Tip Top. That's why I put him on the title. He didn't become a famous Crip just because he was driving around in a dollar cab. You know what I'm saying? Bomba Z. Boom. I'm gonna get there. I like what you just said there, Bomba Z. That's what they had on the west side with Mike and all of them. You know what I'm saying? When you speak to an old Brooklyn dude, that's what they talking about, Bomba Z. When Brooklyn was coming uptown, they was getting that Bomba Z. Red Devil and all that. That's the era they was coming from. When the old Brooklyn, even like when Ray Corner and them be talking about going uptown and we get a bag of water, that's the water they was getting first before all the Purple Rain and Crazy Eddie and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's what they was getting first. You know what I'm saying? The Bomba Z and all that. Like, dudes had to come uptown to get that water. Not had to come uptown, but you had to come uptown. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Red Devil was tired. Facts. Salute. The last time I heard about Spank, I seen him in Wash Projects. What's that, 169th? I seen him. My man was running with him. I heard he caught a Fed case. I don't know if he beat it, but he got caught with a fair situation. I think he beat it. But my man was running with him, you know what I'm saying? I remember he had that what he had, man? Yeah, he had an offset in the Valentine with Spank Low. Definitely salute the Spank Low though, you know what I'm saying? Because B Dread was under him. Sammy Dread was Valentine. It was like an offset to that. You know what I'm saying? Blackhearts. Yep. He's a part of like an offset of what Spank Low had. I remember I seen them, man. You know, Spank Low, them OGs, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just so crazy, man. Word, you know what I'm saying? And that's the whole thing about we learn to speak to each other. We ain't gotta always be right. Like you ain't gotta be a sucker because you might have misinformation wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the problem exists at. Let's stop trying to prove facts. Cause I might say something, I might be a little bit on the money, but I may not be on the money. I can't really tell you about Crips because I'm not Crip. Only thing I can say is from what I remember. You said Red Mafia, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I know B. Dread do a lot of stuff. I don't know about Red Mafia, you know what I'm saying? Definitely free my man Sugar Hill Fats. Definitely free Sugar Hill Tone, you know what I'm saying? 141. We here, party people, we here. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. God bless y'all, you know what I'm saying? I do this for the people, man. I'm doing this for the people. Now the reason why I put, again, OG Tip Top, I call him OG because how you become blood, but you're still most famous for being an OG Crip. You know what I'm saying? You ask an average dude that's not in the loop, that's not really mixing yo something with Tip Top. Yeah, the locals, he's still known as an OG. And we're talking about when he was OG Crippin', things was happening. He didn't be, what you think, his name flew around $5 because he just rode a dollar cab all day? Things was happening, man. I can't say what, but so when he becomes Damu, that's purely because he was getting that bag up north. You know what I'm saying? Purely. He just got caught trendy. This was the new trending, boom. That's what a lot of dudes is doing, like I told you. A lot of us didn't know that Crips didn't ride a 6-point star until you started meeting some real folks that was breaking that down. Like, what now? They don't ride the 6. Where we from, we boom, 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 boom. But if Crips and folks get along, it's called 8-balling. You know what I'm saying? But all Crips and folks don't get along. You know what I'm saying? It depends on where you at. So I'm sitting there going, oh, shoot. This is history right here. You know what I'm saying? So you think about it. Just as lost as we was with the 5-point star, I don't know how they come up with the 6-point star, but I think because most of these Crip sets that was in New York, the ones that we know about, they had a Caribbean feel to it. You know, and a lot of Caribbeans are Rastafarian. They follow the Rastafarian traditions. The High Selassie got the 6-point star. You know, the original Hebrews. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the Israelites out there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wasn't Muslim or following. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of gods though. Peace to the gods. You know what I'm saying? And when you think about it, some of y'all old OGs in here, older cats, y'all remember when it was the Israelites against the Sunni, the Shiites and the Sunni Muslims in Brooklyn? That's what basically turned into this B and C thing when you think about it, right? Because a lot of the people was God body or black Muslim from jail, and then you had a lot, when you bumped into a lot of Jamaicans, they had Rastafarian, they had the Rastafarian culture in them. Not just, I ain't gonna front. I see. This is why we're gonna have dialogue, right? I used to think that the Rastafarians was created in Jamaica, and then they started to screw like, no, it's Ethiopia. So when I see Ethiopia, I think about We Are the World, Michael Jackson. Like what? Those are the original Hebrews. So you understand what I'm saying? Each one teach one. So it basically became just a newer generation of Israelites versus boom versus this. You know what I'm saying? Now the gods are strong. No, I'm not gonna lie. The gods are strong everywhere. Shout out to and I'm just happy to know that the sun is still there on 25th. But the gods are strong. I might be off the block 25th by St. Nick Projects. You know what I'm saying? But it was strong, man. It was a righteous generation. Even though with all the crime and mayhem in New York City, there was still some type of righteousness going on. You know what I'm saying? When Big Daddy Kane said, you know what I'm saying, eat fish, when Karis won, pretend us we're not black or green, we brown, and all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? When we heard my philosophy, a lot of dudes started picking books up. You know what I'm saying? We started listening to poor righteous teachers, Brand Nubian, King Son, and a host of other, you know, rappers that dealt with culture. Because we all come from culture. Hip hop was created through culture. Not, you know what I'm saying? Kool Herc is Jamaican or West Indian is one of the two. If you go to that side of the Bronx, there's a heavy West Indian culture over there. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, man, we have to start bigging ourselves up because a lot of us have West Indian in us, don't we? We got a aunt, a cousin. Some of us, like me, half my family is from the Bahamas. You know what I'm saying? They really came in for $1 in a dream. You know what I'm saying? It's just that we don't do our due diligence when it comes to this history thing. And there's a lot that's missing. Like I would love to go, why was we crossing seas out and say 5 popping, 6 dropping, and then the first Crips that we run into was claiming the 6. But in these oaths that we had, it said no black on black crime on civilians, whatever the case may be. Boom, can we get it? But why we had beef with the 6, then to find out that in LA, they don't claim the 6. You know what I'm saying? So there had to have been a beef somewhere between the original funders and some guys that was claiming the 6-point star. There had to be. But I don't know when, because until like 2000, 2000, it became a heavy B and C war. Or was it already going on already? It just was happening in the street more than jail. You understand what I'm saying? These are conversations that's needed to be had. These are the conversations that's needed to be had, man. Because this is what's going to save lives. History saved lives, man. Based on true stories, save lives. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. On Newburgh, what I knew, I went out there to a party, it got crazy, but I know there was a lot of homies out there. It got that gang culture that sent Newburgh crazy. I know one thing I knew about Newburgh was dudes had a heavy water problem. They were doing that leak, losing their mind. You know what I'm saying? And that gang culture hit out there crazy. Dudes is losing their mind. But me, I only went to Newburgh for a party with the locks. You know what I'm saying? I never really hung out, but I just knew that Newburgh was a crazy place. You know what I'm saying? But Poughkeepsie too, because I remember I was locked up, right? And he locked this crew up like in 2007, called some purple thing, some purple something. It's a bunch of Crips. You know what I'm saying? It was a bunch of Crips that was from Poughkeepsie. And they called it conspiracy. And I bumped into some of them in 5 Points. It was something purple, something. It was a crew that was a bunch of Crips that was getting money in Newburgh. But they was putting some work, not Newburgh, but Poughkeepsie. You know what I'm saying? It was a bunch of Crips. It was something with purple. Because when dude pulled up in the yard, which was crazy, I used to always wear purple sweatsuits and purple this, purple that. And one time, and this is one thing that's weird with the homies in the yard. There's always an investigation. So it's crazy when dudes be pulling up and they be Crip, they be like, it takes 4 days for them to realize it's the cut up. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't shoot something. I'm not sure what came out of that. They approached something like, yo, we heard you Crip. Dude, like, you know, that's one thing about the Crips that we knew, that some Crips you can deny that's your Crip. Some just let their thing hang. So dude did what, you know, I'm outnumbered now, I'm not Crip. So what happened is, like, one way or another, the homies want to pop on each other because I don't know what was said, but then the rumor mill was one of the homies put dude on that they was investigating him for being Crip. So instead of them popping on the alleged Crip, they popped on each other. You know what I'm saying? Actually popped on the homie, not on each other. Like, yo, homie, when you went back and told the hardback, So the hardback never got popped on. I just say the hardback or the Crip. The Crip never got popped on. My bad. I don't want to be disrespectful. We're gonna be grown here. The Crip never got disrespectful. He never got popped on, but the homie did. This is the weird thing about the game. You know what I'm saying? This is the weird thing about the game. Now, we have to give it up to the Crips. I ain't gonna phone. When P. Gutter came home the first time, them GS9, them young boys, they waited till he came home. They got that deal. He got a chance as an OG to come home. Come on, P. Gutter the first time, not this time. He came home the first time. He got a chance to come home real right. So we have to give the Crips some type of. We have to give the Crips some type of credit. Now, like I told you, somebody play on your play. Tomorrow I'm fixing everything, so don't worry about it. I didn't come to New York from New York with my joint. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I remember that, man. It was crazy, man. But salute to the Crips, man. I gotta shout them out, man. Because as long as I knew, they always got money. When you mentioned the Crips in the same conversation as Vaughn Zip, even though he messed with Crips in LA, he was also in tune with them dudes over there, 119, 118, all them little side blocks. He was in tune with them, like Big Dave. He was in tune with them. Those are the first Crips that we knew about. They were saying cuz early. You talk about when Snoop popped. You talking about when NWA second album popped and all that. You know what I'm saying? That Crip thing. So I think even though it exploded, they caught how the Mac Ballers caught the young boys, the newer generation. The Crips caught that same flow too, man. In the money 90s, in the 90s. When dudes was getting a lot of money, the Crips was catching these young boys, like the Max and the Hounds was catching these young boys. But the difference with these young Crips, they was getting money. Because they ain't gonna front them West Indies being everything. Credit cards, who remember the $100 cell phones? Remember the blow-up joints? You pay $100 for them, flip up the flip joints, $100, you know what I'm saying? The Jamaicans was in everything, chop cars. So you really didn't have to be into the drug game. Massive weed. That's before we had a million cash for sour. The Jamaicans was 70% or 80% the plug. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Hold on a second. Now the message in this is, right? This is what the message is. The message in this is, the Crips, is that we're not promoting gang violence. We want everybody to join the gang. We're not telling you, oh, the Crips get money. Let me go take an oath. We're not saying that. But we're trying to bring you into a common knowledge situation. So now we can honestly say that whatever the original Crip and Blood beast was, it had to have been in the street and not in jail. This is something that we didn't know. Because I met a Crip that said he came to 6, then I met another Crip that said, nah, we don't ride to 6. You know what I'm saying? We just blood and Crips where I'm at. The only ones that claim the 5 are the Stones. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? It's like, huh? And that's because of T. Rogers. Not, you know what I'm saying? They got that with them. You know what I'm saying? When you say a number, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh. So whoever was the sixes, so whoever was a 6, whoever was claiming a 6, they must have been official. They must have been, but I know they was getting money. I know one thing about them Crips, they was getting money. It might have been certain some of these funders that had beef with some of these dudes that was like, yo, we ain't rocking with the 6. Because I remember we was slashing cheese out for no reason at all. This is way before T. Rogers came to New York to John Jay and had that conversation. Way before T. Rogers pulled up. We was slashing the cheese out, 3 teardrops, talking about the red apples falling from the sky with that red bee and all that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But we had no Crips to pop on because unless you was on their blocks, like you didn't even know somebody was Crip until boom, the late 90s. But they was here. And it's probably because they was getting money. You know what I'm saying? They was getting money. And one thing about the Jamaicans, man, you know how the Jamaicans give it up? They go to jail and they all rock together. They get up. That's at that time when you pulled up and you was West Indian and you was real right, they was rocking with you. Them Jamaicans was rocking with you. If you was real right when you pulled up to a spot, nah, brethren. You ain't violating him. We ready to go to war for him. You know what I'm saying? Word for mother. That's what Jamaicans was giving up before the Black Lion stuff and all that. You know what I'm saying? They was on that. If you pulled up to the joint and you was a real white Jamaican and you wasn't a rat or nothing funny, brethren. You know what I'm saying? You see the Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, 2, 3 Mexicans and Hondurans in the side, a bunch of blacks by the basketball courts, and you see them Jamaicans. There's always a Jamaican in a wheelchair or a Jamaican messing with a leg. He always led the pack. Go with a weird name like Goldie or something like that. But these dudes is killers, villains. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about them, man. This is Church Ave. I remember hearing about Church Ave stories in the early 90s. So the West Indians did play a major part to this culture. And when we mention the 90s and the West Indians, we save money. In all the years I hustled, I might have only seen three Jamaicans that got high. I don't know who they caught from, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Some of the first homies I met had some type of Jamaican in them. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh. Or West Indian in them. You know what I'm saying? So the West Indians did play a major part to this culture. It's just that some was jail cats and some dudes was money cats. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like the Spanish cats, the Jamaicans was in tune. You could go as far back as the Jericho posse when they got bagged. A lot of these major busts. You remember New Jack City when he shot the Jamaican in the head? We didn't know what that was, because we knew that there was Jamaicans all over the city locking it down. The Rastafarians, you know what I'm saying? And the only way you're going to get in with the Rastafarians is unless you're a Rastafarian, you know what I'm saying? You ain't see too many Americans. I remember Big Shin. My brother was messing with Shin, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Jamaican cat, cool dude, man. He used to be on, where Seafood Haven was at? 125th and 5th Avenue. They had the block right there. That's Big Shin. That's my niece's godfather. Seafood Haven was right on the corner before, it became, I think Al Sharpton had a seafood spot there. Then somebody else had a seafood spot there. P Sweet, something sweet. Tim Sweet had the same spot there on 125. Back in the late 80s, early 90s, it was a spot called Seafood Haven. Some dudes from the block. Some dudes that was going to 125th Street in them days, that was a seafood spot, Seafood Haven. Just like you had H and G's and by Convent. And it's funny because when you go to my man Monster Block, you know Convent, like 126 on Convent, when you go to that side block, you had a crew over there. They were all blue out there. I think they was Crips or something, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about on Convent. When like once. Yeah, Tim Sweet, you know what I'm saying? Salute, Che Hercules, salute. Yeah. Because Tim Sweet, I'm having a restaurant right there. Tim Sweet, and but back in the early back in the early 90s, late 80s, there was a spot called Seafood Haven. You know what I'm saying? The dude that had that was official. These dudes was money cats, you know what I'm saying? Oh, now I'm taking all the wrenches off. I'm taking a lot of wrenches off, Che, because you got some guys that's doing some weird, they bugging out, they disrespect. You know what I'm saying? They had a lot of dudes that was losing their mind. So I have to take them, when I get behind the computer, I'm taking a lot of wrenches away. Because we having a real dialogue here. And the dialogue is changing because dudes is coming in here playing. It's blocking people, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we good, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Now, you my man, Che. We good money. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we good money, man. We good. We here for the knowledge, man. We here for the wrench. I tried the wrench thing. And in the last 4 or 5 lives I had, people was just violating. You know what I'm saying? So I have to go elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do something different. Dudes just violating. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Queens got a lot of Crips too. You know what I'm saying? I told you I was in the house, it bugged me out. You cross one side of Spencer's Lewis is cripped out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's what it was, nothing personal. That dudes is violating, bro. Che dudes is violating, man. It's just that your Money D was popping, was good. It's just that I didn't have time to. So I'm fixing everything. Everything's gonna be fixed. I'm gonna fix everything. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, man. And again, when you speak about the Crips, it's always about money. Like I told you, you have an honest conversation with somebody, and be like, "Yo, what's up with Tip Top? That's the big Crip." You be like, "What?" You know what I'm saying? That's the big low, mind you. He's stoned, so unless you in tune, you still remember when he was cripping. So you understand what I'm saying? So that just says a lot about certain situations, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. No, it was. So now, somebody, not remember that. How did they spread about it? Because I remember I said, yo, out of nowhere, everything was cripping. You got to think about it. They had an influence. Think about it in the 90s, right? Mid-90s, no, late 90s, 2000s. When you heard of Green, at one point, Green was cripped out. Like, huh? With them adolescents, cripped out. Because see, when you meet the West Indian Crips, they still culture. So when you put up to a spot, a lot of them are going to go to Rastafarian services because they're culture, unless they took a shahada. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I say that. You know, the feds is different, man. You get a lawyer, see, the whole thing is we're not used to lawyers. So if a lawyer goes, I don't want her discovery unsealed because now due to social media, a lot of information to come out. You know what I'm saying? Things to be said about people. Maybe it's not really so much about her, it's in wiretaps about other people that could put her life in danger. You understand what I'm saying? But you gotta have a lawyer for that. There's lawyers there's things that can happen when you have a lawyer. They can seal something for you. They can seal something up because of this social media stuff. It's a different game now. You know what I'm saying? If a judge allow it, not saying that it's right, but if a judge goes, listen, not to go to the Damu thing, but if your lawyer goes and goes, listen, man, I want to seal her discovery because I want to get leaked to the public. If the judge go, I bet because she's a social media superstar and if people get hold of that, there's a lot of information that be said about other people. A lot of times that discovery may have a lot of information about a lot of other people. We don't know who's calling on those wiretaps. We don't know what was said. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the Carvin Mall. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what was said. You know what I'm saying? So, we don't know we don't know what was said. So we have to keep that in mind. We don't know what was said. So we gotta be on point, you know what I'm saying? Just like the whole what's his name, man? The homies. When their case was sealed, right? They couldn't speak about their case. They had to keep it private because information that's being brought out to the world. You know what I'm saying? Information that's being brought out to the people. You understand what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to my man Ty, man. So a lot of times we're not used to having lawyers. Most of us are used to having a ADHD, what they call them again, and public defenders. So the public defender only to fight for so much. When you're paying somebody 20, 30 racks, 40 racks to fight for your freedom, they go a little bit. They'll ask for things that a normal lawyer ain't gonna ask for. This is facts. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? And that's where we at with this. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, we're creating a great dialogue over here. It can be no monkey games. We're gonna get this right because there's information being said. This is New York, top echelon. When we speak of Ron Zip, there's Crip conversations. You can go online. There's Crip conversations that's in it. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely Crip conversations that's in it. You understand what I'm saying? There's definitely Crip conversations that's in it. So when you have these Crip conversations that's in it, it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is. You dig? And that's how and that's how, you know, and that's how, and even Big Day, like I told you, I'm taking it back to those conversations with my cousin. And some of y'all might even know him, Tim DeBose, Anthony DeBose from Tab. But Tim brought me over there, his baby mom's over there to Fifth Avenue and all that. Like, yo, his mad Crips over there, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Some deep shit, bro. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. You just sit right there, we don't know. And a lot of times, it's you got to keep things private because you don't want to be sitting here and you don't know what's in that paperwork. We don't know about this wiretaps and what was said. Discovery has a lot of information. These dudes nowadays, they get a piece of Discovery that's made public and posted. You know what I'm saying? You know, the social media game is disgusting. Dudes are posted. Yo, you don't know who name was caught up. And then a lot of times, man, we don't think about a person's security. People worry about their security before they worry about, let me keep it real. I'm gonna keep everything public, and that's where the game gets twisted at. But you know what happens? Like you think about it, right? Modern day Crips, right? The closest thing to them in the 90s, in the late 80s, other than, you know, the regular Jamaican posses, was the Bebos. They wasn't Crips, but you see how Pappy was on that Rastafarian movement, and he had them moving like united and like a squad. So, because me and my mates always all about, yo, but the Bloods, they ain't got no money. They in jail. They about jail reps. Jamaicans, they get money. And I think that's why a lot of people in certain territories in New York became Crip, because it dealt with some type of money. Even if it came from the, I'm going to tell you, in the mid-90s, they was in the clubs. You know what I'm saying? They was in the clubs. They was making their moves, though. You know what I'm saying? When you hear a Haitian Jack in the industry, who you think his mans was? These Crips. Exactly, Canarsie too. These Crips. Who you think was Jimmy Henchman people, them Haitians? Some of these Crips. You start getting them in the industry. These dudes they became the force. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, it definitely was. Late 90s, yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like my man said, every neighborhood was different. So we can't compare where I grew up in East Harlem, where we wasn't having a B&C war, where I was at, compared to in Brooklyn, on Clarkson, Lenox Road, Church, Utica. There was a B&C war, even as close as Livonia. You know what I'm saying? Livonia. A lot of parts of Crown Heights. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Bronx. It was by Yankee Stadium. I remember there was conversations of a bunch of Crips by like the Yankee Stadium area, definitely by the concourse areas. There was a lot of, that's just the conversations, you know what I'm saying? Guys sit here like, yo, man, it's mad Crips by Yankee Stadium, it's mad Crips over here, by the concourse, there's Crips over here, by like, you know, the West Bronx, like by like, right by the Bronx Zoo stop, that train stop, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, by 180th, hit on the nose, by 180th, you know what I'm saying? By 180th. By Van Ness and all that. When you go from the 180th train stop, was that Bronx? Oh, the 44 bus stop there. Where the 44 bus stop at. Right by those, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely when you go through the 80s, when you pass Southern Boulevard, I remember that there's a lot of Crips when you walk across the street and all that, when you cross Southern Boulevard. If I'm on Daly and I cross the street, by that big building is at, you going up, it's mad Crips over there, you know what I'm saying? West Farms, exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. If I don't know, if I forget, y'all add on, y'all know. You see what I'm saying? That's how we're creating this dialogue. Now, I might know about something, but might forget the block. Y'all know the blocks. I remember there was some Bloods, some neighborhood 20s. They used to be off right there by, when you go off the train, right by where that shelter's at on 180th. When you go on 180th Street, across the street, they built like 180. What's that? Yeah, like 100. Like when you go on 180th, there used to be like a bunch of like neighborhood 20s over there. Landberg. Facts. Facts. 180. Yes sir. It was a bunch of neighborhood 20s over there. Salute to the neighborhood 20s. They should show love to me, man. So I gotta salute them. They always gave me love on that side. You know what I'm saying? That's how I beat Chucky. You know what I'm saying? So we having the same conversations. I remember hanging out with them a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? I remember going over there with them a couple of times on that little side block. There's a shelter right there on the corner. Hold on a second. Oh, you live in Brookline? See, what's that? Them private houses. I know my man used to live by Bayview, something like that. He said it was mad. I know over there by them private houses, that's like loped out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But back then, you know what I'm saying? Top of the red, said Jones. Top of the red. Like I said, everything gonna be fair and square tomorrow. We're gonna fix everything. We in the building, man. Damn, Chucky. How they the young boy, man? Yeah. Chunky, yeah. Yeah, y'all know what I'm saying? There's a big influence of all that. I think on Watson too. I think there's some Crips on Watson. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? I said everything whooped. That's right, it's facts. Free La Brim. Oh yeah. 125th Street was hot, man. Yeah, but see where I lived at in East Harlem. See, y'all had to deal with like what's some movie theater about pink houses and all that, Flatbush and all that. Mine was 86th Street. We had the Cosmo. When the Cosmo shut down, we was going to 86th Street. You know what I'm saying? So 86th Street is like high-end neighborhoods. Like the movie theaters we went to on 86th Street, they shot the Jeffersons on 85th Street, on 3rd Avenue and all that, and Lex and all that. Like, so when we went to the movies, it was safe. We had the steakhouse and all, we had the steakhouse all in one. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to East Harlem, Linden. Salute to Linden. Salute to 161, you heard? Cause that's what you want to assume, you know what I'm saying? Yep, 86th and 3rd Ave. That was the joint right there, 86th and 3rd. Back in the days, on that corner, used to be a clothes store called Wings. But then you had, we had the steakhouse right there. Boom. So you go to the movie theater, right there on 86. You know what I mean? So the movie theaters you went to, there wasn't no shooting. That's when you can actually go on a date. You know what I'm saying? On 80 or right there on 86. Pull up in the cab with some good garments on, some good smell goods, and have a good time, man. Now I have to go to work in the next 20 minutes, man. But I have to give y'all this live, put the information out there. This is just something to dialogue about. You know what I'm saying? Hit the comments, speak in the comments, converse with each other. Like I said, we have to get in tune with how to speak to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like good example. I say 180 if I forgot the name of the area. That doesn't mean that I'm freestyling. I just may have forgot the name of the area. This might say West Palms. Boom, there it is. It's communication skills, man. That's the key to everything, communication. Now, somebody said, Scheme said that he feels that Starbrim is telling, and that's just how he feels then. We won't find out until the very end. But if that's what if that's what Scheme going off of, then that's what he goes off of. Does it make him wrong for saying what he's saying? No, it's his opinion. You dig what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's his opinion, man. That's my guy Scheme, man. Cause Scheme go hard in the paint. You know what I'm saying? He go hard in the paint to give y'all content. He goes hard in the paint. We gotta respect the guy that's gonna give you some content. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The D-Steps is crazy. That's the era. I remember Park West graphics, Martin Luther King. They was losing their minds. The Western House. I remember I went to school in Manhattan. I remember, not changing the subject, when the D-Steps, when the school would hear D-Steps was coming, they would shut the school down. Like, now there's no school today. Or non-student lockdown, 100 cops on the block, and the D-Steps was making moves, man. Making moves, man. You know what I'm saying? 14th Street was a danger zone. Anything on that red line on the west side or that blue line, that A train was a danger zone. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the low lives. They came out of that, was run out the Polo Mansion with the low. A lot of them. And it's funny because even a lot of the Decepticons was West Indian. Definitely a lot of the low lives, the originals, they was West Indian. Shout out to Ralph Lowe, Booty Lowe, and all of them, man. And again, what the low lives is known for, other than boosting, getting money. Those are like the first, not the first, but the ones that I remember, the first official boosters that was actually getting money off of boosting. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Those are the first dudes I ever seen go boosting that was getting money off of boosting. You know what I'm saying? Like dudes were boosting. Let me get 4. Or let me get 2. These dudes we got 4 polo ski jackets. You know what I'm saying? 2 pair of polo boots and all that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely peace, plan slow, disco, and thirst facts. Shout out to everything in Marcus Garvey Village. Shout out to my man Sport Low. You know what I'm saying? Crown Heights in the building, Low Lives. You know what I'm saying? Ralph Kids. You know what I'm saying? I remember that. My man Orville Richardson. Shout out to Orville. In 1986, he brought me to he used to live on Utica and Bergen. He lived across the street from that police station, right? When I was going to his house, the police was under investigation for doing something crazy to somebody in that police station. And I believe that's Crown Heights, right? He lived right across the street. He the first guy to ever bring me to Albany Projects because he had to go see his peoples in the projects. I'm not going to front. Albany Projects in 1986 and 87 and all that was like an army base. You had to know somebody to get in them lobbies, bro. You know what I'm saying? They was looking at me like I was crazy, right? Yo, but they knew him. And I guess they respected him. He's a DJ. My man Orville Richardson. Shout out to my man Orville. You know what I'm saying? That's an experience I got to experience. So when they did the documentary about the 50 Cent and they said whoever set up the real 50 Cent had to know him because you just couldn't come inside Albany Projects, that was a pure fact. Because I remember I was with Orville. Dudes was like Fort Knox in them projects. You talking about 1986. You know what I'm saying? Norman Thomas High School. That's when I wanted to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So my man used to be DJing, playing It Takes Two all day in the house. And it's funny because he was Costa Rican and he followed the Rastafarian tradition. You know, the satin jeans with the Clarks and the long shirt with the dreads. Some of y'all might even know, or we had little brothers and a sister, you know what I'm saying? But he was Costa Rican. So that Rastafarian influence was deep. Like I told you. So when I seen the real 50 Cent documentary, I'm like, yo, that's how it was. When DJ Scratch said, yo, to kill the real 50, you had to you had to beat somebody that, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's how Albany Projects gave it up, bro. You hear me? Yep, facts. That was real, bro. That's an experience I got to experience. Before I go to work. It just became, because it became a new thing. There's a lot of, all the guards didn't become, it's just that a lot of the renegade guards, they went that route. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the renegade guards, because it wasn't all the guards, it was just all the renegades. You know what I'm saying? You'd be surprised, a lot of dudes became a homie that you never thought became a homie, like Kamega. It just was it was different in the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? At that point in time. Like I got, like the stories you hear, it was totally different. You know what I'm saying? Like the head code Mega, he GKB. When you hear Lakey the Kid was probably homie. When you hear these names, like rest in peace, Merciless Ming from East River, he was homie. These dudes is jail cats, so they getting caught up in jail situations. You know what I'm saying? So you'd be surprised the names that just got part of the movement, that joined the movement. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you just be surprised the names that was involved with these movements, man. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of dudes that we respected as being goons that was in jail, they just became part of this movement. Now don't get it twisted. These guys was in these jail riots. A lot of these names that we're saying was in these riots. When you put them to the yard, it was really blacks against Spanish. We don't know why, but they were shutting jails like Mohawk down. It was riots in Kisaki. A lot of that really wasn't gang related. A lot of that was dealing with the bag, and sometimes it's just race wars. It was just straight up race wars. That's right. Oh, yep. The last time I seen him, he was with K. Slay in the early 2000s in a club called Sneaky Pete's. When he came home that time, he was with K. Slay. That's when K. Slay was blowing up. He was with K. Slay, and K. Slay was DJing the Sneaky Pete's in Albany. That's the last time I seen me. That's an official old school cat. These are the official old school cats for First Ave. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Buzzy. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of our legends, because of jail, they just became part of the movement. If they did it, even if they didn't want to, they became part of the movement. These is jail cats. And now they go, my man, like Al-G, and them, they've been like Deco and Al-G and all of them, they've been bidding together. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Did I know Luck from Albany Projects? Nah. You understand what I'm saying? It was official. It just became part of the move. My man said, you pull up in the yard and shit was crazy. It was more, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you talking about Lucky. Talking about Kevin Cherry. Yeah, I know Luck. You know what I'm saying? He got the life sentence. Yeah, I know Luck. That's the Luck that he talking about. That was on Luck and Arms. Yeah, I know Luck. Yeah, Pete Carter. You know the blocks. We here. Spanish Harlem 7, Spanish Harlem in the building. Yeah, I knew Luck, man. Yeah. LG got life, man. My man home, though, man. My man June Body home. Salute the June Body. Salute the Turtle, little Turtle, man. Everybody home, man. Yeah, that's Luck. I remember Luck. I remember that situation happened. Yeah, that was crazy when that happened with Luck. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy, man. But Luck got natural life for that, man. And the messed up part about it was allegedly the body was in the rain. Like, I don't know. That was crazy, man. But you know what I'm saying? I hope eventually he'll get his freedom. He had a hard life. They killed his mother and father and like a little brother or something like that in Harlem in the Polo Grounds. So all his life, like what saved his life the first time was he was in the group home. If he wasn't in the group home, Lucky, we would have never had a chance to meet Lucky. You know what I'm saying? They killed his parents over a drug debt that his brother had. You know what I'm saying? In the Polo Grounds. You know what I'm saying? So we had to understand this guy grew up mad, upset. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people may not understand the anger is when they murder your parents. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a second. Yeah. Remember that? 'Cause they locked him up for a body, another body before that. He didn't even catch the body. Had him sitting up in everything. It was like a false arrest. Had him sitting up and all that. They beat a confession out of somebody who didn't catch a body. Then they actually found the murderer. You had to let him go. Of course, boom. That was a bag all day. Now, because of that, to my knowledge, Two got over that BOP situation. I guess he got caught up in those politics. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a list out about certain people that had to get touched at that point in time about the BOP. But now that dudes went to California and they done made peace, they should be good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Bob situation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. YB was on it. Free YB, he good. You know what I'm saying? YB, Hirsch was on it. There was a lot of good names on that hit list. You know what I'm saying? That list was crazy. Am I right? That list was crazy. The list went as far as anybody that deal with them dudes. You know what I'm saying? That's how crazy it was. The list was crazy. This is real talk. That list was crazy. That was like the hit list. Like, oh. And some dudes got touched over that. A couple of dudes got touched over that situation. You know what I'm saying? But you know how it was in there, but this is a couple of years ago. Could be because Baby Little Brother, he was in there. You know what I'm saying? He's called no gangster low. That's my man, Baby Little Brother. He Crip. He been Crip and Jungle Junkie, but he was Crip first. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it definitely is, because they really didn't, because they created themselves. And just to know your roots is all love, because with Brims it's all love, just like any other thing. Once you get to the get down, it's all love. It's just like when Waka Flocka, I think he's Elm Street Pyru, but it made him feel more in tune when he actually went to Elm Street, or wherever he had to go to get in tune with the big homies over there. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when Nipsey come over here, he meet a bunch of Rolling 60s, and he's locking in with them and giving them what the history is, and they have a clearer vision. Because a lot of times you get passed down information till you meet somebody that's from there, or you go out there, and then you get to see the realization of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The bag is special. I tell you, the bag is special. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I gotta get ready to go to work, party people. You know I love y'all. There was no disruptions today, which I appreciate. There was definitely no disruptions. This is dope. We gotta have more clearer content. You know what I'm saying? Definitely salute to everybody that had in the thumbnail. Salute to everybody that's in the chat. Shout out to the car. We know I'm from East Harlem, man. Old Barrio. Had ties to Albany. Shout out to Lachlan Orange. My man Wise Brim. You know what I'm saying? I know this dude for a lot of years, man. Free Jigger Blood. Definitely my block 99 in the leg. Shout out to my man Heck and them. You know what I'm saying? My man Big Head. Definitely, Sean Warren and all of them Wash. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We congratulate each other. You know what I'm saying? We salute each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to 112. You know what I'm saying? Feel the free the real rights. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we're gonna end this. We're gonna learn to create a dialogue. This is just not even just game talk. This is just in general. So you ain't gotta be a gangster to have a conversation. You ain't gotta be tough. That's a form of low self-esteem. If I gotta be the loudest person in the room, because what? I want somebody to be fearful of my words. That's not how that works, man. Yeah, exactly. That's my guy. Tell him I said my unconditional love, man. He hit me up the other day, but I was at work. You know what I'm saying? That all the time, man. This is what it's supposed to be, love, man. You got a little brother that's lost in the street. He ain't got no record. You sign him up for job call. Get a skill, bro. In this country of ours, we have to get a skill. You know what I'm saying? We have to get it right. Let's do what the Jamaicans did, educated. And they came over here to get money so their mother can become a nurse in America to feed the family. When you meet these OG Jamaicans that own a big house in South Jamaica, Queens, Cambria Heights, they came from poor conditions, came to America to feed their whole family in Jamaica. You see, y'all see how the battles go. Y'all know some of y'all Caribbean. Y'all know how that go. Y'all get money all year long to send them battles to your people, man. Let's get back on that, man. Let's get back on track. Everything ain't gotta be gangster. Now before I go, right? We can't really get mad at the young dumb niggas because we can't call them young dumb niggas. They only rapping about what they live. That's like we rapped about what we lived. You know what I'm saying? Definitely salute. Exactly. Salute to Cambria Heights, man. That's what about them Jamaicans. You say what you want to say. They take care of their people. Them Caribbeans take care of their people. That come into America and get right. That's why you go to the hospital. Most of them are nurses. Most of them they got high-end jobs at these hospitals. They went in the hospitals as administrations and all that. You know what I'm saying? They feeding their families, man. Definitely. I'm told them I'm half Bohemian. I'm the only one that really hit the streets. Me and my other brother. Everybody else is a doctor. My other cousin, he retired a captain from the Marines. My other cousin, he been working for Progressive Insurance. He's a supervisor for the last 20 years. Don't get it twisted. These Caribbeans come with a plan, man. They come, my cousin Sandy, she's a professional. They come with a plan, man. So we got to that's what we got to do. We have to remove the youth. Let me see something else. Give them a chance to shake and bake and change and enjoy themselves. Like my cousin did with me when he brought me to SUNY Albany. Now, I was around a whole bunch of fraternities like Kappa Alpha Psi and the Sigma. My cousin's Kappa though. And that was a dope experience for me. That was the first, that was my different world. That was my school days, Spike Lee. Took me out of, and I got to see a bigger picture. I didn't catch on yet, but I got to see there is another world. And my daughter's in college because of that, because I know that there's another world. I got to see that there's another world. Even though I was stuck in one, I knew, okay, my daughter, she ain't got to go through. So I know what to do. Because everything I wanted, I just gave to my daughter. Not just clothes-wise, but educational-wise. A better schooling, diversity. Be smart. Now my daughter's a sophomore in college. About to be a junior next year. So this everything that other than, you know what I'm saying? The way we really want to grow up is do that to the kids, man. So with that being said, man, one love, have a productive day. The chat was lovely. You know what I'm saying? I do this for the people, man. If you choose to donate, that's on you. I'm doing it for the people. So with that being said, man, God bless y'all, man. Salute. You know, leave it in the comments. Just be respectful with each other. You know what I'm saying? Just be respectful, man. We all grown. Let's learn how to talk to each other. We all can't be right. Now I love that what I'm seeing now. It's crazy because the Crips is showing, it's leading the way in the comments. The Crips. It's the Crips. There's no way that these Crips is having this clear dialogue without disrespecting each other. Sincere Jones, salute for the $4.99 drop, man. Go see the kids, man. Keep your health up, man. Keep your immune system kicking, man. Eat right, we got diabetes. Exercise. Let's do this, baby. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, salute.